Benvenuto! Welcome to Cherry Hill Home Cooking. My name is Mark. Today we're going to make a cheesesteak casserole. This is one of my favorite things growing up. My mom made this, especially when there was leftover rice or potatoes or something of that nature. I've made a few tweaks to it over the years, but this is basically the recipe. And I have a strong suspicion she probably got this recipe off of a package of Philadelphia cream cheese because their Philadelphia cream cheese is in it. Anyway, so what do we need? We need a pound. All right, before I go on to that. Now, one of the tweaks I've made to this recipe over the years is my mother used to use just 2 pounds of ground beef. All right, so I've changed it to 1 pound of 85-15 ground beef and a pound of ribeye or shaved steak. All right, so that's one of the changes. I'm gonna get my pan heating up here. All right, and we need some green and red peppers and white onion or sweet onion. That's the sweet Vidalia onion. I'm gonna say about a cup per green peppers, red peppers, and half a cup to a cup of onions, depending upon how onion you want it. Now, you can use all red, you could use all green, you could use yellow, red, green, whatever. I like the combination of the green and red. The red's a little bit sweeter. I had a train of thought there. I was gonna say something, but I can't remember. Anyway, so for our seasoning, we've got some salt and pepper. All right, we've got some garlic powder, oh, I know what I was gonna say in a minute. We've got garlic powder, onion powder. All right, and of course that's to taste. Over the years, I've kind of adjusted it. So with the 2 pounds of beef, I use about a half a teaspoon of all of them, all right, with the exception of the salt, probably about a fourth of a teaspoon. All right, we need some olive oil to do our frying. And of course, we need some Worcestershire sauce. And we need some Philadelphia cream cheese. Now, before I put everything away, I'm just going to start this because I like to brown my ground beef first because we want that to have a nice, delicious flavor because it's a big component of the dish. Now, you could throw this all in together. You'll see as soon as I get it in, I'll stop talking and we'll cut and we'll clean up a bit and go on. But like I said, I like to brown my ground beef first. Now, we have a video of how to properly brown and season ground beef. So I won't go too much into that. Kind of the basicest way. You can put a link to that particular video. Of course, we want to get a little bit of salt in there. I'm doing a couple big pinches of salt. But if you don't salt before it's done cooking, that salt isn't going to penetrate the meat. I have no pepper in there. All right, we'll use some pepper. All right, and that's going to be in addition to what we're going to put it in afterwards. All right, so I'm going to get this nicely browned. All right, and then when we come back, guys, this will be all done, and we'll go on to the next step. Like I said, you could throw your veggies in, then throw your beef and your cheese, your shaved steak, but I want to get our meat nice and seasoned. All right, so we'll see you in about 5 minutes. All right, guys, as you can see, look at our beef is nice and browned. We're just starting to get a little bit of caramelization on the bottom. You might not be able to see it from the camera, but that's got some nice color on it. It's perfectly seasoned. It's going to be delicious. All right, now the only bad thing about browning the beef is you end up having one extra bowl to clean. All right, I'm going to put that right back on the heat. I've got my heat at a little over medium high. I'm going to put just a little bit. We can set that aside for now. And put a little bit more olive oil in our pan. And we're going to get our peppers and onions in. we're going to let them saute and get everything coated with the oil. I'm going to put just a tad bit more in. Smells delicious. Yeah, I'm going to give it just a little sprinkle of salt. Get the moisture coming out of those veggies. And we're going to saute those until they just start to soften up a little bit. All right, and again, that's probably going to take about 5 minutes. All right, so Wade doesn't like to make you guys watch me stir things, so we'll see you in about 5 minutes. All right, guys, you can see our peppers and onions are just starting to soften up a little bit. It's picking up all that nice brown bits from the bottom of the pan. And so now in this case, we're just going to throw our shaved steak in there. Now, the reason I do this is I just happen to like the different texture with the nice ground beef and then the shaved ribeye that we're putting in there, or shaved steak, is going to give it a nice, be a little bit more fatty and not necessarily, we're going to brown this up and cook it, but I want it to be a little bit softer than our ground beef. My oven is preheated. This is on a little high to 350. And one other thing I don't think I mentioned, guys, we're going to need a little bit of, Preheated, mozzarella, whatever you want, probably about a cup and a half of melty type cheese. Start to get a little fat going in there in a minute. And one of our red peppers jumped out of the pan. Alright guys, so that again is going to take about another 5 minutes to saute up. And then we'll be back. Alright guys, you can see our shaved steak is all done. We'll sprinkle in our spices with a little toss. All right, I'm going to put my hamburger back in there. Get it all nicely incorporated or mixed up. Alright, and then we're going to add our cream cheese. Like I said earlier, we've got our oven preheated to 350. I'm going to get our cream cheese. Now, usually I use a bigger pan, so I'm going to try to be careful. We want to get that all melted and coated with everything. I'm at just a little over medium now. All right, so you probably don't need to spray it with pan, but we're going to give it a spray just to make sure nothing sticks. Our pan. Oops. Put it in there. I said, in a bigger pan it'd be a little easier, but because we're doing this at the counter, and this hot plate doesn't really take that big of a pan. I mentioned the cheese, right? Oop, almost forgot our Worcestershire sauce. Let's put a couple tablespoons in there. I love Worcestershire sauce. One other thing, guys, now you could also put a couple of cloves of minced garlic in here, but which I normally do, but to my shock, I didn't have any garlic, which I always have garlic. And I didn't pick up any because I thought I had it, so but it'll be just as good. You can see that little bit of liquid helped us a little bit. So you just want to get everything nicely coated with all that delicious cheese. I'm going to test it, make sure it tastes good. Delicious.
Smells good.
Yeah. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten lunch today. So, and it's about, depending upon when you're watching this, it's about, well, it's 5:30 here. And again, depending upon when you watch this, we set the clocks back tonight, right?
Yep. Forward.
Forward. Spring, back, fall, forward. No, yeah, well, no, spring, forward, fall back. No, is it?
Yep. Spring forward, fall back.
Okay, yeah. So we're going to set them back. Oh, no, it's spring.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We can get this. It was heavy in our pan. Sure you get all that deliciousness. Yeah, I'm going to shut that off. And spread out evenly. Now this is all cooked, of course, but we want our cheese to get bubbly, brown, and delicious. One other thing I wanted to talk about before I put this in the oven. Now, like I said, my mother would usually do this with rice, or if we had mashed potatoes and we had leftovers, and then serve over it. I'm not eating that much carbs anymore. So, one thing I discovered is, I don't know if you guys have ever tried these little, it's minute white rice, or it comes in brown rice, sticky rice. The thing I like about this is, it's a perfect portion. I'm going to make Wade's with rice. He'll have one little cup of rice. And the thing is, you're really easy to portion. It's 200 calories per cup and 39 carbs. That's why I'm not going to have it. But anyway, I like those. You throw it in the microwave for a minute and you can have a little bit of rice. All right, and then we want to take our cheese, sprinkle it all over. This is, of course, as much or as little as you want. And of course, this is very carb friendly, this recipe. Borders on carnival, right? I don't think there can't be that many carbs in here. All right, guys, so we're gonna put this in the oven, 350, middle rack, about 30 minutes, 25, 30 minutes. You want the cheese to be nice and brown and bubbly, all right? Okay, Google, set a timer for 30 minutes.
Got it. 30 minutes. And that's starting now.
And we'll see you in about 30 minutes. All right, guys, mine is taking about 25 minutes to brown. Oh, it smells delicious. Look at that. Beautiful, brown, bubbly. I can't wait.
It smells delicious.
Yeah. Now let's bring it on over to the counter. All right, now, again, as with any kind of casserole, you probably want it to cool down a bit. So that it holds its shape a little bit. So we'll let it cool down for about 10 minutes and then we're going to have supper. See you then. Okay, well, again, the best part of cooking is eating.
Yep.
Yay! So Wade's having his with some rice. I'm going to have mine with some green beans because I want to enjoy our dessert tonight. So I don't want to feel guilty about having the extra carbs.
I'm having dessert too, and
I know.
I'm not going to feel guilty.
All right. Dig in. It smells delicious. It looks delicious.
Nice and cheesy. That's delicious.
Delicious.
My kind of meal.
Yep. Meat and potatoes. Well, meat and rice. It tastes like a Philadelphia steak sandwich without the bread.
Not the texture of the steaks too. Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's amazing. It really does make a little bit of a difference because you get that the soft and the of the shaved steak,
Shaved steak,
nice
yep.
little chewy bit of the hamburger. Well,
Delicious.
I hope you guys enjoyed watching us make supper, dinner. More importantly, I hope you make it. If you do, let us know. It's delicious and it's low carb.
Thank you for watching our video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Ciao.
Wow, that is good.
Isn't that good?